Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In today's video, we will discuss about the inspection and investigation that is very much essential and related area for a Fire Officer 1 from NFPA-1021 Chapter 4. This duty involves conducting of inspection to identify hazard and address violations, conducting pre-incident plans and performing fire investigations to determine the area of origin and preliminary causes of the fire and securing the incident scene and preserving evidence according to the following job performance requirements. But here are few important areas which will be discussed one by one. That conducting of inspection but using AHJ's forms, not your own forms and your own common sense and ideas, because Fire Officer 1 is not at that level who can make the inspection forms, who can approve the inspection forms, and inspection forms are already approved for the portable fire protection system, for the fixed fire protection systems, and all about that. And the Fire Officer 1 will conduct pre-incident plans. Before occurring something, he is doing the things, but they are preset and well organized by the AHJ, by the organization. Things are already implemented and running. And performing fire investigation. First, he will become the part of fire investigation teams. He will come to know that how an investigation is conducted, what are the processes, steps and procedures for investigation and particularly fire investigation. Then he will become a president of the board of the committee, and he will have the members. Then with the help of that members, he will conduct fire investigation and securing the fire incident scene. If fire will occur somewhere, how the scene will be protected, because they have to preserve evidence, and the way to preserve evidence, the way to control the things for forensic testing and for the other evidences, these all will be conducted by the Fire Officer 1. Here we have to see few important things that describe the procedure of AHJ for conducting the inspection. Describe, he will describe, not invent or make or produce. He will describe the procedures of AHJ already implemented, already approved for the conducting of fire safety inspection. Given any of the following occupancies which we will show in this slide, so that all the hazards including hazardous material are identified. Here the word is hazard. He has to know about the hazard, what the hazard is, what the risk is, what the hazard involved in this place, unsafe act, unsafe condition. The fire officer should be competent enough to identify all that, and particularly hazardous materials, because hazardous materials are difficult to handle, to deal, to transport and to fight their fire, which type of reaction they may give during firefighting, and which type of fire extinguishing media a fire officer will decide. So hazardous materials are very important and touchy area for a fire officer to deal with. And approved forms are completed. He will complete that, he will fill that forms, but they are already approved, and approved actions are initiated. More knowledge fire officer must have, like types of construction and types of occupancies, fire protection features, fire protection systems, and AHJ procedures and forms. He has to know. Requisite knowledge for this is inspection procedures, fire detection, alarm, protection systems, identification of fire and safety hazards, identification of fire hazards and safety hazards, and marking and identification of hazardous materials. He has to know all about that. This knowledge is very much necessary. The requisite skill for this, the ability to communicate and apply the appropriate codes and standards. Code and standard, let me know to tell you about the which type of codes and standard he must know. Appropriate inspection forms will be used. If he is conducting the inspection of fire detection alarm system, form will be done accordingly. If he is conducting the inspection of pump room, then inspection form will be different one. If he is conducting general fire prevention inspection of the occupancy, then form will be the different. And if he is conducting the inspection of portable fire extinguisher or hose, nozzle, breathing apparatus, thermal imaging camera, then inspection form will be accordingly about that particular equipment. Then for the fire alarm, NFPA 72 or 70 is needed. For the protection system, maybe it is portable, fixed, water-based, clean agent, NFPA 13, NFPA 1, NFPA 20, NFPA 14, 24, 25, the NFPA 25, very much important. That is the inspection, testing and maintenance of the water-based fire protection system. And for the clean agents, NFPA 2001 is necessary, and other things, other NFPA like for the building codes, they are also important. And hazardous materials are also important. The NFPA standards which have mentioned over here, like 704, 1072 and 430 and 742, they are also important for a fire officer to know about that. And these sort of placards and signs and forms. Next is 4.5.2. Identify construction, alarm detection and suppression feature that contribute to or prevent the spread of fire, heat and smoke throughout the building, and not only the one building, also from one building to another building. Here we have to focus the different safety features, different fire protection features in this, that a fire officer 1 must have that knowledge. Given occupancy means any occupancy, whether it is residential, industrial, educational, storage or any special or temporary. Given an occupancy and the policies and the forms of the AHJ, not the fire officer level 1's own, already established, approved and made already in the practice, so that the pre-incident plan for any of the following occupancies is developed. And identify construction means which type of construction is there, type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4 and type 5. Yes, a fire officer must have these knowledge, because he have to extinguish the fire, he has to enter while the buildings are burning, which type of material is there and what is the behavior of that. And if a fire is there for 1 hour, for 2 hours, for 3 hours, for 10 hours, what will be the reaction of that material and how much temperature is there, how much fire load is there. A fire officer 1 must consider all that, because he is the company officer, he is the company commander who is entering over there and who is leading the fire scene, and as a fire incident commander sometime. So the building must be subdivided, then chances are there that fire can restrict in a particular area. And knowledge about the fire alarm system and their reactions and their effects, not only for the fire but also for the other building systems like elevators, excavators, fire sprinkler systems, then fire suppression systems, fire suppression features, fixed or permanent, and particularly the behavior of fire while it is burning and wildly it is when burning. And then a fire officer must be smart enough how to enter, how to command the scene of the incident, and how to save the company from burning and from the mayday reaction. If mayday will occur, how he will handle that. And then spread of fire from one building to the other building, like thermal radiation, flying embers and direct flame contact. He has to be smart enough while he is doing 360, while he is conducting the scene size up, he has to consider all these things. Then he can protect the buildings efficiently and professionally. The next is 4.5.3, that is direct unit personnel to secure an incident scene. He command them, he order them, he send them that to secure an incident scene. Given rope or barrier tape so that the unauthorized person cannot recognize the parameters of the scene and are kept away from the restricted area, so that fire scene can be preserved, protected for further investigation and other official purposes. All evidence or potential evidence is protected from damage or destruction. If something is there, must be remain there. If something is showing that cause of fire, it must be protected and preserved for the fire incident investigation and future use. And the knowledge requirement for this article is types of evidence and importance of fire scene security. And the third is evidence preservation. The types of investigations means testimonial evidence, physical or real evidence, and documentary evidence, and demonstrative evidence. All types of evidence a fire officer must be competent enough to go through and to witness all that. And the knowledge requirement is ability to issue directions and calculated risks and educated risk he has to take for securing the incident scene at the scene of the incident. Thank you very much.